welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. We're at part 39, and before we get started with today's segment, those of you that might be into like real US history, I suspect there's not that many gamers that probably are, but if you're well rounded then you might have probably have heard that the notorious Osama bin Laden was captured about 2 nights ago in Pakistan in a deep hole. For those of you that aren't really aware about what that even is or why I would just kind of randomly start yapping about the history, this type of thing, well, let me just kind of give you the cliff notes on why this was so important. Back in 2001, there was a very devastating blow on the U.S. Trade Center of I'm sorry, not the U.S. Trade Center, the World Trade Center in New York City. Lots of lives were snuffed out. There were planes that just bashed right into the to the towers, and a lot of the people were destroyed. Well, the U.S. said, according to President George W. Bush, they were going to do all that they can to bring the leaders to justice and basically do just that. It took 10 years to maybe find the guy that actually was responsible for it, but it was believed to be a gentleman, an Islamic figure by the name of Osama bin Laden, and it was believed that he is like the leader of the what's called the alchida network, which is like a bunch of terrorist groups that sort of just wreak havoc around the world and that kind of thing. So he's kind of the lead. He's been like the leader of the group, and he's been posing threats on the U.S. like forever. And I'm sure it's like probably frightened a lot of people into thinking, okay, so what's going to happen? Is there going to be another attack on the World Trade Center or whatnot? Well, of course, only time really can tell if that's ever going to happen or if it's going to ever occur. Lord willing, you know, hopefully it won't. But the cap leader of the group was destroyed and was killed, and I'm just wanting to take this time to really extend a huge big thanks to all of the tremendous efforts and long-term efforts of all the troops, all the military, and I guess I have to send thanks to President Obama himself, really, for saying that this was going to be like on the top priority list. The only thing that I was probably a little bit disappointed was once there was even a close suspicion that it took them 8 months to just finally figure out that it was going to be sure that, you know, that they knew where Osama was. So on a kind of religious note, it's been said that if people don't convert to Islam, they're going to die and get killed. Well, in the religion that I believe, it says that if you don't follow the Lord, you're going to die and go to hell. Now, I'm not trying to say, okay, you have to turn to the Lord and boom, you're going to be, or if not, you're going to die and go to hell. No, that's not the case at all. However, it's for those people that have rejected the Lord, their eternal damnation is not good, and so the world's a better place because Osama is no longer in control of the Taliban or the network of Al-Qaeda. So it's a very exciting thing. I'm very grateful for it, and I'm sure, and I speak for all gamers around this world, where we really do extend a big thanks to the efforts of our troops that have made this capture possible. So, speaking of capturing, we do have some thieves to capture, so let's go right over to the video. Or rather, go to today's segment. Alright, so in this portion of the playthrough, we're going to continue on with the thieves' hideout and continue to rescue the rest of the carpenter's workers and collect a few items. Let's play. So once we're done in this area here, we're going to just pretty much make our way through to the other exit. There's you get some pots and pans if you need some life. You can get arrows, U.S. history, and if you roll into the box, well, I suspect okay, you can as young Link, but then you might have probably. Okay, cool. So I guess you can with Osama bin Laden with adult Link, and you get some rupees, cash, whatever. In Pakistan. So that brings us to the top layer of. Brings us to sort of this section over here. I do believe there's a guard, I'm told, that's not too far off, but as long as you can safely avoid it, just go right in here to the next door. Well, let me just kind of the cliff notes. And in this one, there's why this was so. Let's see what's there. There's I think there's like something hiding behind this box here, waiting to give you like a beating. Very devastating. You also might not have to. U.S. Trade Center. Okay, nothing too terribly important. Not the U.S. Trade Center, caught. World Trade Center in New York City. That's the thing you got to be careful about, is not getting caught by the guards, and obviously you're going to get planes right back here. So bashed right into the planes, to the towers, and a lot of people. So you pretty much know what to do. You're going to have to resort to this area a number of times. According to President George W. Bush. The good news, however, you do not have to like rescue, like bring the leaders to justice, and okay, I didn't get down far enough. The good news is you don't have to like rescue just that the same thieves over and over again. So don't. So all you have to do here is just go through the. Was responsible for it, but it was to be a gentleman, the hideout once again. So by the name of Osama bin Laden. And it was believed that he is like the leader. Let's not let that happen again. What's called the alchida network. Anyhow, I was just kind of curious to see what was like on the other side of this wall here. But where you really want to head is up to this exit over here. So he's kind of the leader. He's been like the leader of the group, and he's been posing threats. I'm told there's a guard that's going to be off to the other side of this wall here. According to another guide, it said just go ahead and Z-target, and if you can get yourself to see like the guard that's like over there, you can basically shoot it with the arrow, and you can hopefully it won't get past him for like a few seconds. So let's go ahead and. So I'm going to just stop that. Now that since I'm back here again, you don't want to see this minute so many times. Alright, so let's try that again. This time to really now, I'm told you have to kind of Z-target, do some like massive Z-targeting. Tremendous. And if you do it right, you should be able to see the guard without too much trouble. So long-term efforts of the troops, all the military, and okay, we got it in our sights right now. And I guess I have to send thanks to President Obama himself. Yeah, really Z-targeting sometimes isn't very friendly either. So let's go ahead and. So what you want to do from this point? The only thing that I was equip your arrow. Was once. And since we're not going to be using the loot all that much, we'll just go ahead and figure out that it was going to be sure that just go ahead and just like zap the chick that they knew where Osama was. I think from this point you can go in here, I believe, and you'll yeah. Okay, I said it right. I figured it out. Right. So here you're going to have a couple more guards to deal with, and you're going to pretty much just have the same spiel from before. So just be prepared for that. Again, if you're looking to like restore some life, you have a plethora of like you have like a wealth of hearts in this cage here. Boom, you're gonna be. You can do so over here, but for now, stop and say, "Hey, what's up? Would you like to have a cup of coffee?" And the guy will say, "Yeah, I'd like to have their
5 black coffees, 5 cream, no sugars, and 5 donuts, so that I can gain
so
1,000 calories and die
the world's a better
young.
place because Osama is.
So then you'll be like, okay, only the good die young. So how about I just give you 1 cup of coffee?
Taliban. Or
oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I can't really have coffee because
so it's a very exciting thing.
I can't really have coffee in prison, so like,
and I speak for all.
I don't know, I can't really have anything to drink.
We really do extend.
Well, how about I give you a cup of water?
The efforts of our troops.
Or yeah, go over to that fountain and get some. So now he goes back to the fountain and gets a cup of water, and
or rather go to today's segment.
And then suddenly this person shows up, steals your water, and says, "No, give me some of the water." And so you and the chick have like some misfit words of argument, and basically she just messes you up, and you just keep on begging her to shut up, and eventually eventually you can get a cup of water back, and that's how you do that. And that's really just anyway. So now we're at 2 kids here. Yeah, he's not cute. Get over it. He's too young for you. And he identifies himself as Gerudo. Yeah, women can be kind of scary if you don't take the time to get to know them. It can be an impatient time. So I agree. No, but I will. The cool thing is he kind of gives you like kind of where you have to go. And from here we'll just save state to be on the safe side. I'm just trying to remember if there's like someplace else I have to go aside from like in here. I think that's where I have to go. I remember like finding like one of the the last 2 of them are kind of doozies. They're a little bit more trickier than the first 2. But in this room, just to recap, you just do that. Sorry, ladies, party's over. Stop talking about your men and die. So there's a couple things you can do here. Basically, you can actually like just sort of jump from like that side of the room to this side, but this is probably one of them. This is probably the easier way to do it. In all honesty, all honesty. And here we are. Okay, so if memory serves me correctly, you can go up here, I believe, and something might be up here. And then you just want to jump down here. Well, or at least it's supposed to anyway. Oh yeah, you can climb like the bushes here, like Bush's baked beans or whatever. And I think the final temple is actually up here. So I'll just stick to sequence. And we were supposed to actually head to this one. Not that there's like a real sequence of things, but you'll see me like do that a lot. A lot. A little bit of I'm doing what some LPers call save state abuse, simply because I don't really want to go through like the jail thing to just every time. So somewhere over here there's like a thief, I believe. Let's see, where is she? Okay. Oops. I accidentally hit the restore on the emulator. So guess what I gotta do? You guessed it. Alright, so off-screening actually allowed me a chance to find where the next one really is. I thought it was like this straight cave over here. I mean, well, It's in a slightly different platform, but it's close enough. So we got two more to go, and that's the story there. That's the story of these. So this next one says I'd very much like to interview the man who is doing the LP of this. Where does he live? What does he do? What are his aspirations in life? Well, I really don't know who this guy is that you're talking about. Oh, he's a very popular man off of YouTube. I'm sure you can find it. Well, I'll try my best. So you said you'll give me something if I do it? Yeah, I'll give you whatever you want. I may even persuade the guards to be more nicer to you if you'd so please. Sounds good to me. And I guess I'll be on my way then. And then this. Boy, I should bring my laptop in just a little bit closer so you guys can hear the music. If you're musically inclined, I don't. And the bad news is he has just to report. I'm sorry, but I can't really. I don't know where this guy lives. But will you take a candy bar? Oh, very well. Go ahead and just indulge me with the chocolate. And he goes in and gives them the chocolate bar. Oh, not really. Not yet. And we are going to go indeed save that next character. We are indeed going to do that. And he sort of points out where we have to go. Sort of, does. Take out the word sort of. Alright, so this pretty much brings us back to the bottom level. There's a couple things we can do here. This little door off to the right that sort of had the net on there. That's gonna actually be sort of a practice training center in a little bit. So I'm not gonna actually off screen just because sort of where we have to go is off in that direction that we were just being arrested or whatever. And I'm remembering now that the final key is okay, we're gonna be pulling this again. Great. All right. So anyway, what we want to do is sort of get up to the top area here. We can actually sneak past this little guard here. The idea really is to shoot as much of the guards as you can. So you have to kind of you have to basically get into an area where you're not going to get seen. So you have to be wicked sneaky. Oops, did I do the wrong button again? Surely will be deed, so I'll be back. Well, back to the homestead, folks. So, if you watch carefully what I'm doing here, you're going to want to be as far away from that guard that we got caught by as much as possible. So, what to do is I should have done this when I first played through this last year, but I recommend using the arrow to stun the guards, because if you can do that, you'll save a lot of heartache. You really want to head up in that little shaft up there. Let's see if we can get there a little bit closer. Maybe closer. Jeez, what's the range on these arrows? Up, he caught me. All right, so let's try that again. Sometimes I have to actually question if some of these guards are, like, meant to be shootable at all. Alright, well this one here looks like you have a shot with her. I almost want to beg to say that we've been through this one already, I think. Yep, we did. Alright, so that's cool. We get to kind of move on. Oh yeah, this is like the second one. Duh. Like you guys really want to see this. Alright, now what's in here? There might be something in here that could be worth... No, I don't think there is. I thought not. Okay. We can, however, go this way, actually. If you just... Okay, well, officially you can't, but I suppose I could with levitating, but... No, I'm not gonna let that... Not gonna do that. We can get through this one. I don't know why there's like a staircase that sort of leads to the outside of this, but... I guess it just is what it is, really, you could say. This game has like a bundle of recollecting to do that's involved. So... Gosh, why does he have to do that? Alright, I think maybe you have to head back in here. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's just a feeling. Do you ever just go on feeling sometimes? It's just like one of those things, you know? Alright, I think we have to actually head this way to the left. Let's see if I can actually... Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. This is going to happen a lot, so don't worry. Don't worry if you get discouraged. Just wait for the guard to come out of hiding, and then... surprise, maybe? Okay. My gosh, she's a feisty one. She is so feisty. This woman doesn't want to give up at all. Like nothing. Come on. Come on out of hiding. You're not that shy. You're also like not that smart. Hello. Hi there. Hi there. Didn't even know that one was actually killable. Shit. Shoot! Me! Oh. Let's not let that happen anymore. Yikes. Get off my plane. Get off my plane. Okay. So this brings us to... Oh, okay, so this brings us back to this area. Okay, that was like a total waste. Or was it? No, maybe it wasn't. Let's do it again. Sorry, guys. There's always like 1. There's always like one little mistake after another sometimes. They made this game so that you have to think. And patience, no doubt, is key. Alright, so is that even worth anything? Alright, can I stand on this little hamburger or whatever? Alright. I think we want to actually head here, though I'm not... Although I think I've been here before. It's just a matter of remembering. Okay, yeah, this looks a bit familiar. Alright, so you want to head to this area over here. There should be like a thing you can like hook shot across to, I want to say. Maybe not. Maybe it's you have to jump over like to this little place over here. That's probably what it was. Okay, then again, I might be actually dead wrong. And I was. Alright, so maybe... Alright, so let's do a little more cruising here. We'll just head over in this area here and see what's cooking over here. So we're basically like on top of the mound. Oh wait, maybe we need to go... No, we already have. Alright, I'm gonna do like a little cheating here. I just kind of lost the edge a little bit here. Okay, this might be where we have to go, and then again it might not be where we have to go. Yeah, I thought not. Alright. Time to off-screen, kind of off-screen again. Alright, so after doing a little bit of research here, I've managed to kind of figure out what we gotta do. So, yes, it does involve going into that weird room that we were at before. So, from this room here, just to make sure the guards are not in sight. If she decides to come back to just check things out, just get ready to shoot like that, and let her rest forever. Hold her peace. Okay, so back here we go. I think it's this one. You want to head to? Yeah. You want to head into this little area over here. We already went here before, and I realized why they picked that one as the hard one. But like I was doing before, you want to basically try to catch that guard when she passes by, and make your way out of oblivion. Go here, make a left, another right, and this will take us to the final boss. So the guy says, "Hey you, can you make me breakfast?" And then Link's like, "Well, I don't know how to cook anything. I'll show you how to get to the secret kitchen. Go 4 paces right, 5 paces left, turn at the ugly looking frog, and then jump 5 times, and you'll see it." So he does all that non-whimsical stuff, and then suddenly this. I kind of like how these battles aren't very long at all. And you do find breakfast after all, and go ahead and just give it to, and by the way, I'm not on crack, you guys, in case if you're even getting that notion. Stop it at once. You will be wrong. So now he's going to reveal a little bit of information about the desert, which really is going to lead to what actually I thought was the Spirit of Light. I am sorry, I was incorrect. It is actually the Temple of Spirits. I mean,
I thought it was Temple of Light. It's actually the Temple of the Spirits. I'm not going over my own can here. Again, it's talking about the Eye of Truth, but obviously it's the lens they're talking about. I think that was the boss. I think. And then one of the guards finally has a little bit of sympathy. I've seen your fine work to get past the guards, so you must have good thieving skills. I used to think that all men... Oh wait, I was doing a man's voice. Okay, well, I'll just pretend it's a lady having like a frog in her throat, or having like a cold or something. I used to think that all men besides the great Ganondorf were useless, but now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. Okay, that is just stupid, because it's like people just suddenly think one thing is great, and then if it changes, then they think, oh, that's not great anymore. It's like if you're into music and you happen to like the Sesame Street gang, the Sesame Street music, and it sounds perfect, and you're like, yeah, I like the music, and then suddenly the next one sounds horrible. You go, oh, that sounds so great, I don't like Sesame Street music anymore. That is an example where I would just say stop and give the people a chance. Give them a freaking chance. Listen to more of it, and then you'll find more of them than you like. I happen to love a few different types of that kind of music, and there's some that I don't like. Doesn't mean I write off kids' music as like bad. I mean, come on. I mean, is it that stupid that you have to be so small, tunnel vision to figure that out? Anyway, so now she tells us about the exalted Naburu, the leader that put you in charge of the fortress. Nahuru is the second in command to the great Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo thieves. Her headquarters are in the Spirit Temple, which is at the end of the desert. So that's where we're heading next. Say, you must want to become one of us, eh? All right then, you're in from now on. So now, like, you get to basically travel freely around the fortress without getting zapped back into the jail. So you can get into the training ground that I was telling you about before, if you really are so inclined to, but there's not really much that you can do there. You really can't. Maybe I'll explore that a bit after we get through the game, but for now, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a likely thing right now. So from here we can pretty much head towards the desert, and I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get through it all, but if we do, great. If not, we'll take it at the next video. But let's see here. So now you're friends with the guards. You won't get caught. You're free to move where you'd like to. But what you really want to do is head out towards... Wait, is it... Yeah, don't try. Hey, that's funny. The guards look different this time around. So let's see. Just to be on the safe side. Oh yeah, I think this is where the desert is. Or is this something that you need a Epona for? I can't remember. I think there's like an Epona bonus around up here. I think. Then again, I could be... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, this... I'm not sure what this is all about, but... it might be useful later on, but for now... I don't know. Well, maybe we'll explore that later, too. I thought maybe that was something. Alright, so, but anyway, you want to head back to the tent, because it's obvious that, you know, he's going to be like, well, stop by at the tent, you know. This is actually the gate that's going to take us to the desert. I
do believe we have access to that right now. So let's see if we can make our way up there. Maybe we have to talk to a few folks here to see what happens. Oh wait. And then what did she say about the spirit temple? Okay, so what you... Oh, okay. I see what we gotta do. We have to climb this little ladder here. That might be what we have to do. I could be dead wrong about it, but I'm pretty sure that's where you have to go. Unless there's like a bridge that has to be built. Oh wait, we can talk to this girl up here, I think. Two trials. Okay, there's like... Oh, maybe she was kidding about those two trials. So yeah, I guess she opens up the desert anyway, so that's what I thought. I gotta love the culture of like clapping. But yeah, I guess she'll fake it out with those two trials, but yeah. If they don't say anything more, just go ahead and make your way into the desert there. And then what is it? And then what does it say? I'm gonna take this a little bit far out there. So here we are in the haunted wasteland. You want to be very careful not to get sucked into the the quicksand, because if you do, you're just gonna have problems later. So you're gonna want to actually hook shot, I believe, to like one of those boxes over there. That's the real way to get you over there. But just stay on track, stay alongside the flags, because that's the real way you're going to get past this thing. And it may take a little bit of time, but if you've got really good vision, I would just say don't worry too much about it. I mean, if you get really strapped, I think the lens can actually pay a good bit of help as well. So yeah, I just so like, I mean, once you get through it, it'll be pretty easy to figure out what you gotta do. You basically want to head to like this area over here. I think that's where you want to go. I'm not positive. I think, anyway. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to follow that guy. I forgot. He sort of like joins up with you like midpoint of the path, so I don't know exactly what that thing does there. Of all things, you would think it's like a Poe. So yeah, just like, yeah, follow the Poe. And if you don't follow the Poe, it could be a bit tricky. But this is a lot to cover. Where did our little guy go? Oh, there he is. So yeah, you want to follow him. Wherever he goes, you go with it. This is like maybe the only Poe, I think, in the entire game that you don't have to worry about killing. Because it'll just kind of... It'll take you like some of the way, but then... I think what's going to happen is the rest of the way... I think what he's going to say is that it won't take you like the rest of the way, but... I would just say, like, you know, be prepared for anything. Alright, so I guess we were able to cover the time a little bit more. Yay. And if I'm right about this, I'm fairly certain that it takes you to a building where, like... That's supposedly, like, what you have to go to... Oh, wait. Or something like that. Wait, what's this? Is this... Okay. This is a little bit more like it, I think. Yeah... Okay, so this is mainly the desert colossus. The temple is going to be like right in there. There's a lot that we can cover in here, but for now we're gonna wrap it up for now because we are out of time. So next time we are going to be start exploring closer to the temple, and we're going to get Nairu's love. So stay tuned, and we will be back again.